Hi everyone. Today I want to introduce you to a simple learning tool called the KWL chart. If you've ever felt overwhelmed starting a new topic or unsure of how to focus your studying, this chart can really help. KWL stands for Know, Want to Know, and Learn. It's a three-column chart that guides your thinking before, during, and after learning something new. So let's walk through each part.
Okay, what I know. The first column is all about activating your prior knowledge. Before you dive into a new topic, whether it's in biology, history, or economics, take a moment to write down everything you already know about that subject. For example, if you're about to start a unit on photosynthesis, you might write plants make their own food. It happens in leaves, and sunlight is involved. So by doing this, it helps your brain build connections between old and new information. So even if you're not sure if your knowledge is 100% accurate, just write it down. You can always update it later.
W, what I want to know. The second column is where the learning becomes intentional. Here you ask yourself, what am I curious about? What do I need to understand better? And what questions do I have? Sticking with our photosynthesis example, you might write, why is chlorophyll green? How does the sun's energy turn into sugar? And do all plants do photosynthesis the same way? By setting a purpose for your learning, you're more engaged and more likely to remember what you study.
L, what I learned. So lastly, this third column is filled out after your learning, such as after class, after reading, or after a review session. Here's where you reflect and summarize what you actually learned. This could include new facts, concepts you now understand, or misconceptions you corrected from the K column. So after learning all about photosynthesis, your L section could say chlorophyll absorbs red light and blue light and reflects green. Photosynthesis happens in two stages, the light-dependent reactions and the Calvin cycle. Only certain parts of the plant do photosynthesis, mainly the leaves. So writing this down helps reinforce your memory and gives you a great review tool before tests.
It works because it does three things. It activates prior knowledge, which makes it easier to absorb new information. It gives you a learning focus, so you don't just passively take notes, and it encourages reflection, so you can retain what you learned long term. You can use this chart before reading a textbook chapter, starting a new lecture, or preparing for a project, or even organizing your study sessions.
So let's try it out. Think of a topic you're about to start learning or one you need to review. On a blank page, make three columns labeled K, W, and L, and spend 1 to 2 minutes writing what you already know and what you want to know. After your next session or class, come back and fill in what you've learned.
The KWL chart turns learning into something passive into something active and personalized. So next time you're stuck or on how to start studying or how to stay focused, use the KWL chart to guide your thinking. Happy studying!